I'm here today to show you how to roll handlebar tape on a road bike. And what you're going to need is something round like this. There are special tools for it, but this will do, something nice and round. A broomstick handle will do. You need a pair of scissors, you need a ruler, you need the handlebar tape, and you need some sort of tape to finish it off. Now, most of the brands of handlebar come with these strips here. They just crinkle up on the top and they're never very neat, so we're just running them in. Right, next thing I want to do is check the brake levers at the right height, which we've already done, but I'm going to show you how to do that, so that's what this dowel's for. So you just put it on the brakes like that, same place, and then you just look down and you want it so that the bars disappear at the same time. Got some insulation tape and tape the cables to the bars here. We've done it in quite a few places so that it holds them nice and tight. Otherwise, when you're changing the gears or putting the brakes, the cables will actually pull inside and they won't work properly. So the next thing we're going to do is roll the levers back. Roll the hooks back, sorry, on the levers. So now we get our handlebar tape. We grab one of the backing tapes. This is for going on the back of the brake lever here. So it hides the clamp when you get up here and the tape rolls in two bits. Otherwise you just end up with the triangle here where you can see that. I like to just put it there so that's where I need it in a minute. Right, so we get the tape. Take quite a bit of the backing tape off, otherwise it gets in the way when you're trying to roll it. The first thing you want to do is get near the top of the bar there and just tuck the actual tape in. And then while you're holding it tight, wrap it right round and then get it so it's nice and neat and it's just holding the other piece down, and we're going to tuck that all in a bit later with the handlebar plug. So we're rolling outwards because it gives a more comfy feel, but also makes the tape stay on but it doesn't want to unroll. So as we go around like that, keep holding it tight, and we overlap by about 2, 3, maybe 4 mil, just so you get a nice flat finish there. If you go too far over, it gets really lumpy. So just make our way around, always keeping it tight. I hold it down my thumb and hand from hand to hand. And we're just stretching it a bit as we do that so it takes the shape of the bar. And we'll make our way all the way up to the lever here. Always like to have a little check now to make sure we haven't missed any bits, there's no gaps. And once we get there, we get our little piece that we put aside there. We'll put it in by the edge of the lever and round the clamp there so it'll cover that up. This gets missed by the tape if you leave that out and you end up with a little triangle here. So you get right under the actual lever. And then bring it back over the top. You can see it's covered that gap in there. Don't worry about this excess, we'll get rid of that later. And come back underneath the bar. Bring it through. And at this point you want to tear all the rest of the backing tape off and discard that, otherwise it'll just get tangled up. And then we can just make our way, as we were on the bottom, just slightly overlapping. Continue to hold it tight and pass it from hand to hand. You really have to give a little bit of a stretch of it, be careful not to snap it. But you want it to take the shape of the bars and really get stuck down, otherwise it gets baggy and when you're riding it actually just ends up coming off. At this point, I like to go further than where I'm going to stop. I'll just wrap it around there and then I'll get it around the cables somehow. Doesn't really matter how. Doesn't have to be neat. You're just trying to stop it unraveling while you do the other side. So we get our tape for the other side. Pull the backing tape off a bit, about halfway. Just going to tuck it in at the top there. Hold it nice and tight on the bars until it rolls over itself. And then we just want to lay it over about 3 or 4 mil. Right. So we make our way up here towards the brake lever. And we get a little piece here that we've come supplied cut in the packet. We put it just inside the lever at the back. Makes it so it covers up this clamp here. I'm going to hold both these things at once here, which can be a bit tricky. Under the brass, under the lever there. And back over, just check that you've covered all that up. And I like to roll it just over the top of the lever here so you get a nice run through with the hood. a little bit. So the guy wants a little bit more space here on the bar. So we'll just unwrap that a bit. Not too much. Let's just try it off there. Cut the triangle. Make sure you cut this off the stem side. Too often you see amateurs who've done it, and even people in bike shops who don't really know how to roll a handlebar tape, they cut it off the other side and you end up with a lump here. So if you look at that, you end up with a nice straight edge. And we're going to get our finishing tape. Lay it down there. All the way around. I like to use this nice thin stuff, it's about 15mm. If you've only got like the 25mm wide tape, what you want to do is just lay it on a countertop and slice it down the middle, and you get a nice thin strip to finish it with. We now untie that and get a ruler. We'll just measure how far away that is from the stem. So that's 5.5 centimetres. I'm a bit pedantic about this myself. So 5.5 is about there. So what we'll do is that's where we're going to finish. We'll just chop it off here, square. I'm going to unroll it a little bit. Cut it off again at about 30 degrees, something like that. But sometimes you just got to change it a bit like that. And come back again. Got a bit too much there, so just come back so that it's further off the bar to match the other one. And so you get a nice straight edge. Get a ruler and check. Let's go mill out. That, get our finishing tape, and because we haven't done the figure of 8 and we've just gone around once, the bar tape actually goes underneath the bars like that, so it doesn't actually get caught on your fingers when you're riding. And we're doing the same here with the actual finishing tape. So we go around about 3 times and snap it off underneath. That way it won't catch on your fingers when you're riding. The second last thing we're going to do here is we're going to just tidy this bit here up. So we're just going to pull it out a little bit and cut it off fairly square. So it just finishes like that, and the brake hood will cover that. And just do the same on the other side. Do you want me to do the other side now?
Yep.
Yeah, so we just get the scissors up there, just cut that off. Now we've done that, just roll the hood back over it. Put the other side back on.
Bar plug. So tell me what's going on.
So we just get the tape here so it's all sticking out. We want to just tuck it all in. And we try and get the symbol up the right way. And then we just push it in. And if it won't go all the way in, what you can do is go at it and just tap it in. Do here is tuck the tape in and then put the logo so it's up the right way. Holds the tape in. I don't always want to go all the way in, but just give it a good push. And that was a bit easier than the other side.
So that's how you wrap bar tape.
So that's how you wrap bar tape. Hopefully you can do that for your own bike now and finish off the job and make it look really nice and comfortable.